well are you feeling out there on the field right now?
Super confident. Being able to do that in the past few games it's been really nice and boosting my confidence to be able to keep doing it for the rest of the season.
I remember talking with Ahmed like a little like last year and early on, and he didn't feel like his production matched his work ethic, and then like it was that moment that everything just snowballed for him, and he had all the sacks. I don't know. Anything similar with you in those regards?
I'd say so. I feel like after getting the first game, kind of slowing down and bringing it back up in the Wazoo game, it was the like putting all the work in during practice and stuff and not getting necessarily the output that I wanted in games, and then being able to kind of just once that started, being able to have the confidence and be able to continue to do it was good.
The sacks in general for the defense, I mean, you guys are already one sack away from all of last year's total. I mean, you got half the season left. How do you explain just the way you guys are getting the quarterback right now?
I'd say the way Coach Chins likes to, we like to pressure the quarterback and obviously confuse the quarterback as well with the back end, but I feel like we rush a lot more with the safeties, which is why a couple of our safeties have multiple sacks on the season, and I think that's helping out a lot with not only the D linemen but also the safeties coming in.
I mean, you guys are obviously playing a lot of dime, and just want to get all those DBs on the field, and it's just a kind of a unique look when you have tubes closer to the line sometimes and stuff. I mean, just the way that you guys are doing things defensively, like you said, with all the pressure and all that. I mean, how do you like it?
I like it. It's just the way that we're confusing the offensive lineman a little bit more, not knowing who's coming off the edge in some of our fronts that we put. It makes it a lot less difficult sometimes when we have those pressures because it confuses the O-line and the quarterback.
I know you're obviously a D lineman, but how contagious for those DB guys when one of them gets a sack too, and they're having their own little competition, which usually isn't something you think about happening?
I'd say it's super contagious. Just being able to see they can do it too, just coming from coverage, being able to do it just gives us the confidence to be able to do it too.
What's it feel like to get a sack?
It's great. I mean, I feel like in my opinion, it's the closest thing to get a touchdown as a D lineman. Obviously, you can get a pick six, but I think that's one of the closest things. Just being able to get a sack it's great.
And maybe your most impressive play was like getting back on that, the double pass play there or whatever. Did you actually tip that ball, or you at least messed up the view side of it?
I didn't get a hand on it, but I almost did.
Just recognizing that and being able to get back and at least mess up the sight line for the dude and stuff. I mean, take us through that.
I kind of just saw, so the offensive tackle tried to cut, and then I saw the quarterback cross my face, and I knew that wasn't normal, so I just decided just to go after the quarterback because there was no other. I wasn't going to make the play on the backside, so I thought that was the best option, and that's what happened.
Would a younger Jayden Virgin-Morgan have done that?
No, I don't think so. Not a younger Jayden Virgin wouldn't have had as much experience being able to understand that quarterback shouldn't be crossing your face like that, especially when there's two quarterbacks in the game.
So how cool is it for your instincts to kind of kick in and then also react on it in what is a fraction of a second, really?
It's great. It's great being able to know that I have more experience now compared to earlier in my career, in my college career, and just being able to know the personnel, know that there's two quarterbacks in there, and then know the fact that there really shouldn't be a quarterback crossing my face without the ball. So
a couple plays later, there was it's like a 44-yard field goal, and then you go get a sack, and it knocks it out to 52, and the guy doesn't even make it to the middle of the end zone.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to be a game wrecker as a defensive end, obviously. How much did you do your job right there on those, a couple plays on that drive?
I think I did my job very well. I feel like one big thing that Coach Frazier talks about is being able to take over the game as a stud, and I feel like I was able to do that in that drive very well.
Are you hunting for that? I mean, it might be kind of a rhetorical question, but are you hunting for that sack on third down to knock them back a few more yards?
Yes, always.
Looking at San Diego State, what impresses you about Marquez Cooper and what he's able to do running the ball?
He's great. I mean, he's a young guy, but the way he's able to move around in the pocket, be able to be smart, get the ball out. He's great.
Do you guys see his comments about Ashton earlier in the season?
I haven't seen it.
Beginning of the year, I think a lot of the focus for opposing offensive lines might have been on Ahmed, but have you felt more pressure from opposing teams as the season's gone on?
Yeah, I'd say so. Being able to do well through the season has made it so I'm getting a little bit more pressure, more max pro with the tight ends and the running backs coming towards my side.
What kind of adjustments have you had to make to kind of offset that pressure?
Just being able to get off of 2 blocks instead of just 1, and being able to practice that through the week and knowing that might happen in the game instead of knowing or thinking that I'm going to get a one-on-one with just the offensive tackle.
On the flip side of that, just how much does that help on as well? That now not all your attention's on him, you're kind of splitting it.
It's great. I mean, it's being able to split the attention between both of us gives one of us an opportunity to get a sack as well. as not only us, but the defensive linemen on the inside and then the safeties on the outside when they come too.
Just how much better would you say it's making you now having, sometimes you gotta get past two guys and all that extra attention?
I feel like it's making me a lot better. Being able to know that I can get past 2 blocks makes me way more confident to get past 1 block when I do get my one-on-one and win my one-on-one.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from Ahmed?
From Ahmed,
Yeah.
just to be confident in my pass rush, and be consistent in the pass rush. One thing that Ahmed and Coach Frazier like to talk about is constantly pass rushing and don't stop. That's one of the things that gets most guys sacks, is continue to pass rush. Even if your first move doesn't work, continue to make more moves.
Eric Chenander pointed out your motor and you said you've been relentless these last couple games. Where does that come from, and what has made you kind of even take it to another level? I guess down and down out.
I'd say one of the biggest things for me is pursuit to the ball and being able to be as close to the ball as possible, and just having a high motor, getting as close to the ball as possible every single play. I feel like that's helps me make plays when I need to make plays, and then winning my one-on-one and then pursuing the ball makes it so just like the sack before that field goal and different things like that.
How much do you like Coach Ching's play calling with how aggressive it is and all the blitzes and whatnot?
I love it. I love the aggression with it. It's great being able to, like I was saying before, have the different safeties come off the edge as well as the linebackers, the different blitzes. It brings a lot of attention off of me and then also on me at the same time. So it's great.
To lead the nation in sacks as a team, I know it's halfway through, but how cool how much you guys want to have the end of the season be the nation leader in sacks?
It's great to know that we have it right now, and we're not done yet, and obviously it's a little bit past the halfway point of the season, and just being able to continue to build off of the fact that we do have that right now and continue to keep that, and then have as many as we possibly can at the end of the season.
I know obviously wins and whatever is the whole ultimate, but would that be kind of cool is it kind of cool to look up and see first in sacks as Boise State?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Back in the preseason, Ahmed was telling us he knew he was going to get a little bit more attention. He was hoping it was going to open it up for everyone, and everybody eats was kind of the line he used.
Yeah.
And sure enough, everybody is eating. How much more fun is it when everybody's involved and you get to watch your teammates be successful and yourself and Ahmed still? It's
a lot of fun. It's just being able to, like I was saying, have the pressures and then take the attention off of like a safety and have him be able to go free and see him get a sack. Like knowing that I took the pressure off of him, taking the offensive tackle and having that safety go free, it's just great to be able to see, like you said, my other teammates eat.
How much do you feel like you belong here now? Like, in your role and all that?
I feel like I've been able to star in my role a lot more, and I feel really comfortable here. I love it here.
I know that obviously the sack's the ultimate goal, but overall, I think you have like 12 pressures or something kind of crazy these last 2 games combined. What does it mean to also just get a pressure and make sure that they constantly feel 5?
Just like I was saying before, pressuring and confusing the quarterback. It's like that's one of the biggest things. If we're not getting a sack, we want to pressure the quarterback so that we can give the opportunity for the back end to get an interception or an incomplete pass or PBU, different things like that.
When did it kind of switch from you from being a contributing player, whatever, to being a guy that thinks he can be a star of this defense? I remember in fall camp you got a little skirmish with somebody. just your confidence level and what you're playing with now. When did that kind of flip for you?
I'd say through fall camp and as well as spring ball. I feel like I had a great spring ball going into fall camp as well. I think that just really boosted my confidence, and then just being able to go out in the first game and do well and then be able to build on that. Just having the confidence to go out there and know that I can do it and know that I can make plays I feel like has made me a much better player.
When you were looking at, kind of what your preseason expectations for yourself were, is this where you thought you would be? Do you think you'd be higher? Do you not think you'd be at this point? Or
at this point, I feel like I'm on the track where I wanted to be. But obviously, there's always more. I'm always trying to get more. So it's not. I haven't reached where I want to be yet, and I don't think I will yet. But I'm working on it.
Does this pass rush or defense? Do you guys have a nickname?
For our whole defense?
Yeah, or the pass rush specifically? Or?
I wouldn't say pass rush, but our whole defense is called the BYB, but that's just the main thing our whole defense is called.
Any reaction to Tubes getting his first sack? You guys been here since you were like in elementary school, so any reaction to that?
Yeah, it was great because I saw it right on the field, and it was I could see how hype he was, and I saw it was great. It was super cool for him.
What is it? The way that he plays, his effort, like I don't know, is it somewhat still a younger guy?
Yeah.
What is it like to watch him play football?
That's one of the people that I like to see because he's one of the main guys that pursues the ball every single play, and I like to feed off of that, and he's one of the main guys I look up to when it comes to pursuing the ball, because when you see the ball, you're going to see 34.